And welcome everybody to Robert Sarazin Blake from the kitchen table. I'm Robert Sarazin Blake. This is the kitchen table, and on my right is my associate David Penderlofgren.
Happy to be here.
And here we are. It is March, and we're starting to feel a little bit of warmth flow through us in the air, and the buds on the trees are just starting to come out, so we're getting a nice vibe from that. We come to you every Sunday live, bringing you songs, stories, guests, and requests. And David, who is our guest today?
Today the guest is Kaye.
Kaye, my pal, originally met Kaye in Brooklyn at Sonny's Bar. Now Mara is living in Los Angeles, and we're going to find out more about that situation when she comes and sings for us a little later on. But as always, we got to light some candles, and we are not lighting our usual pandemic candles, although we always keep in mind the pandemic and all the lives lost and the suffering. And we don't have a candle for the Ukraine, but Ukraine is, of course, on our minds. We're lighting these candles today, and I hope all of what I've just spoke there is in these two candles for you as it is for me. This is our 75th broadcast, our 2-year anniversary. The first live stream we did was March 14, 2020. Today is March 13, 2022. It was David, myself, and Jan Peters, and we were inside. And I remember we were trying to be safe, so we weren't doing some certain things, as all of us breathed on each other in a small room. We've come a long ways since then. So this is our 75th from the kitchen table. Lighting this, and a special thank you to my associate. There would be no kitchen table without David. There's no doubt about that. Not a hint of doubt about that. So celebrating 75 episodes. Thanks for being with us on the journey. It's March, that means it's St. Patrick's Day, so I'm going to kick off with that vibe a little bit with a song if I've ever performed before, I don't remember it. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round into the weather. All together, sailing homeward to Mingley. What care we, boy, how white the minch is? What care we for winter weather, when we know that every inch is closer homeward to Mingley. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys, bring her head round all together. Heel yo, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homewards to Mingley. Wives are waiting on the pier, looking forward from the heather. Here round and we'll anchor ere the sun sets on Mingley. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, bring the head round all together. Heel your ho, boys, let her go, boys, sailing homeward from Mingley. The Mingley boat song, getting ready for St. Patrick's Day, which means we're singing not only Irish songs, but songs that have been assimilated into the Irish tradition, as that song has. That's a Scottish song, because Mingley is in Scotland. And it has a lyric in there, of which is our trivia question today. The lyric is, what care we how white the minch is? The question is, what is the minch? So that is the question today. We'll look for that answer in the comments. When you're commenting or not commenting, please make a comment of another nature, which is telling me and everybody else where you are listening from. This kitchen table goes all over the place, tall and short, wide, left, right, north, south, top, and bottom. Let's see how far this kitchen table is stretching today. Let us know where you are viewing from. And please, would you share the stream? There might be somebody out there who's flipping around on their phone right now and might want to see the show, but they don't know about the show, so you go ahead, share it on your page. Maybe one of your friends will come across it. 2-year anniversary show put me in the mind to look back on some things we did in the past that we haven't done again, and maybe somebody has commented that our birthday candles, our 75th episode candles, have blown out there, so we're going to be focusing on that. That brings us back to the early days of
yes.
struggling to keep a candle lit. You think we've come so far? We're right back where we started. My friend Brian QTN wrote this next song we're going to perform. Remember, COVID's going on, and at the same time, all these brave patriots got out into the streets with the message that Black Lives Matter. And so grateful for everybody who protested in the summer of 2020 to make our world a better place, including the taking down of statues of Confederate soldiers. And that's this song right here from Brian QTN. We're toppling statues of Confederate schmoes. I'd rather see Larry, Curly, and Moe. Let's have Ella and Billy, Sir Duke or Roy Haynes, Dizzy Gillespie, Rushan or Coltrane, or maybe Aretha or Sojourner Truth. Audre Lorde or John Lewis or old Langston Hughes. We're toppling statues of old men with no souls to replace them with heroes like Sun Ra or Nat Cole. Elizabeth Cotton, Charles Mingus or Prince, Barry White, Cypress Addicts, or Atticus Finch, or Big Mama Thornton, Ruby Dee or Odetta, Mahalia Jackson or Sister Rosetta, or Neil Hurston or Nina Simone, Bessie Smith or Slim Gaylor, Monk or Sly Stone. Statues, those old men must go. Best to celebrate people with big hearts and souls. Those thieves, they have robbed us of solace and sleep. They've never been heroes, they've just made the world weep. outlaws go. We'll learn from their mistakes and praise them no more. From our friend Brian QTN. Gonna do a song that's been a good friend of the shows over the last 2 years, especially in the first year, and then we fell away from doing it. And I wanted to do it again here as we celebrate 2 years at the kitchen table, 2 years of celebrating life in a way that was unknown and I would say unwelcome to me before. Yeah, I mean, there was a live stream or two in my life. It existed, I thought, for other types of people. People who wanted to spend more time on the computer, you know, those types of people. Then I realized I am one of those people. I am one of those people. I want to connect any way we can connect, and that's what we've been doing for 2 years on Sundays, 5 o'clock, 5 to 7. We've been sending songs out to whoever needed, wanted, or perhaps felt compelled to hear them. This song comes from the great John Elliott, and this song has been a great friend to the kitchen table for 2 years. You got lost when your mom got sick, prescription pills and therapists. Your mom got worse, she didn't make it. After years and years and hours, you visit her grave with her favorite flowers. You talk to her, and she listens. You had the worst of God and men. You swore you'd never love again. You don't have kids, your friends all do. You wonder what is wrong with you while they're stuck at home. You're free to roam, save up some cash and hit the road. Quit your job, who knows, buy a ticket someplace far. So it gets bad, but it gets better. Call it craziness, call it the weather. We can make it through if we laugh at it together. It gets bad, but it gets better. Another politician making noise, another bad guy hanging out with the bad boys. Lives destroyed, damage done, bombs deployed, and more to come. Poison in the earth and air, men in charge who just don't care. Men in charge with thinning hair, soon they'll all be dead. When the market crashed, you had a big bad loan. You lost your job, you lost your home. You washed up here, alone and broken. But you found a new place and a good gig too, with a better boss and more time for you. Last week in line, you met someone new. There's a lot 11 years can do. It gets bad, but it gets better. Call it COVID, call it the weather. We can make it through if we laugh at it together. It again, I know. The darkness comes, the darkness grows. Sometimes the darkness never goes, and goodness loses. But somewhere else it's dawn again, and on, it never ends, till the sun blows up in a great big ball and swallows us all. But even then, it just might be we're living in a different galaxy. We might get to watch it on our phones all together and all alone. Up and Rome fell down. The Incans lost to the Spanish crown. The Mayans were the best around. Spanish beat them too. Spain declined and France declined, and then we had a world war. 16 million dead or more. We swore we'd never do it again. That world peace was the world goal till the Nazis tried to take control. The Nazis lost to the USA, and the Russians who saved the day. But Stalin really went to town. The states were great unless your face was brown. There were superpowers, atom bombs, summer love, Beatles songs, 9/11 terrorists. No mention of Africa in any of this. Child born, baby missed, a funeral and a wedding kiss. 'Cause it gets by, but it gets better. Call it craziness, call it the weather. We can make it through if we laugh at it together. It gets by, but it gets better. We're at the 2-year anniversary of the lockdown of Washington State and so many other states as well. And when we did this song in the early days of the pandemic, we would tell the listeners, please open up your windows, open up your voices, and sing out your windows so your neighbors hear that there is some life going on around them, because we weren't seeing any life around us, just our own walls of our own abode. So why not do that now? It's gotten better, right? It's getting better. It gets bad, but it gets better. Call it craziness, call it the weather. We can make it through if we laugh at it together. It gets bad, but it gets better. Thank you for being here with us at the kitchen table. And for those of you that know, you already know. And for those of you who don't know, that's because you're new to the kitchen table. And we welcome you warmly. And it's our time now to let you know that it is time for the third song check-in. That's right. Our chance to check in with you, our table to your table. What is going on in Etherville? What's going on in Comet Land? We reach out to you. David lets us know what's happening out there.
Happy to say all the irregulars are here, Robert.
Very good, and welcome everybody. Good to see you. Happy to have you.
Terry and Jennifer are tuning in, still from, well, just outside of Austin, it looks like. Now they are in, wait for it, beautiful Pflugerville tonight.
Pflugerville. Wow, cool.
We've also got Rosemary Morrison Nelson from Kirkland. The Lofgrens are here enjoying the show from the coast of Maine. Susan from Olympia says, hi, Robert and David. Good to see you both.
Hello, Susan. Now, has anybody had any comments about the Minch?
We had one response.
One response, very good.
From a YouTube viewer, actually.
What care we how white the Minch is? The question is, what is the Minch?
And so Steve Mullenix says,
oh, yeah,
a sea channel near the Hebrides.
Absolutely right. What separates the inner and outer Hebrides is the Minch. And so what care we how white the Minch is? We're going to go through it because we're sailing home to Mingulay. Steve, I believe, is tuning in from Dublin. Always a pleasure to have people staying up late with us here at the kitchen table. And now we know a little bit more about the Hebrides.
Amazing what you can learn.
And now, it's a Scottish song, but it was based off an Irish melody I learned. And most importantly, to those of us who sing in the Irish canon, it was recorded by the Clancys. That's the Clancy Brothers and Tommy Makem recorded that in the 60s, which means it's completely legitimate to play on St. Patrick's Day.
Speaking of St. Patrick's Day, we do have a seasonally themed drink of the week. This week we are drinking Irish Mules.
Irish Mules, our bartender in Buffalo, New York, chooses the drink each week, and we post it in the irregular chat room so all of us can, if we can't be in the same room, we can be on the same flight. Thanks for being with us. Woo! Hello.
Delicious.
Steve, if Steve is still posting with us, I mean, the mule, Irish mule. I've heard donkeys mentioned in Irish songs. I'm wondering if there's mules mentioned in Irish songs. That's the new question here. That's just off the cuff kind of question. Who can think of an Irish song lyric that has a mule in it? There must be. Nothing comes to mind. What else do we have to say here at the third song check? And well, St. Patrick's Day, please do tune in if you want some of us in your life on St. Patrick's Day. We're performing at Boundary Bay Brewery. Usually we're the late show, but we are the early show. We're the only show that's happening out in the beer garden, in the open air beer garden down at Boundary Bay. 5 to 8, come on down. And for the first time after I don't know how many years of Boundary Bay on St. Patrick's Day, at least, I'm going to go with 15, they have whiskey for the very first time on St. Patrick's Day. That's right. I think it might have been in our best interest that they did not have it in our previous incarnations of ourselves, but I think we can handle it now, and I know you can handle it too. If you're in Bellingham, come on down, open air, Boundary Bay Beer Garden, 5 to 8, and if you are not close enough to come down in person, please do tune in. We will be live streaming the show for all of our friends at the kitchen table. Well, we should talk about the tip jar.
Suppose we should.
Yeah, definitely should talk about the tip jar. The tip jar is how we keep the kitchen table standing. And I'm not sure if we talked about this enough, but if you tip us through the link that says,
click here to see your tip on the screen or something like that.
You actually see your money go into the jar. That's kind of fun. So you can tip $1 at a time, just to have a little bit of fun with the screen.
Or $10 at a time, or $50 at a time. Really
any denomination.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
We support all denominations.
We really appreciate it. We have a great guest. Mara Kaye is coming on. Mara Kaye and I met. She was bartending at Sonny's Bar in Brooklyn, and I played there with my band, and we were having a wonderful night, as we often did at Sonny's Bar. And the tiny little bar, it's like it's more like it's a band or a bar is put into a practice room more than it is you're playing in a bar. You're all right next to each other. It's amazing. I had the Hudson Valley Letters with me, and of course we had the one and only Mary Kay sit in with the band at some point in the evening. And we'll talk about more of that nature when she comes on the show. But I do want to let you know I've got a Kickstarter going, raising money. I've recorded 3 singles. I'm going to be releasing a new single here on March 24th. That is the actual anniversary of lockdown in Washington State. But before we get to that, we have a new segment here, and let's see who dropped by the kitchen table.
This is a tune called Stagecoach Rush that I wrote.
thank you for clicking on this video. If this video is reaching you, it's because at some point in the last 25 years you have supported my music. Thank you very much. In the last 2 years I had to stop touring, but I didn't stop making music. I've released 3 singles and I'll be releasing a 4th single in March. I'll also be releasing a live record I'm very excited to get out to your ears. That'll come out in May. There was a time I would release records and then I would tour and I would sell these records at the shows and that would pay for the recording project. That time is over. Not just the touring, I do expect to tour again, but the physical copies of music is over. It's a streaming world, everybody gets the music through the telephone, but as you may have heard, there's not a lot of money that comes back from the telephone to the artists. The way artists make records now is we reach out to our community, tell our community what projects we're working on, and invite the community to be part of the process while the music's being made. I'm raising $5,000 to pay for these 4 singles and the live album. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, and I say thank you very much for listening this far, for considering. If 1,000 people pay $5, or 500 people pay $10, or 250 people pay $20, or 50 people pay $100, we'll get there. These songs will get out to the world, and I'll get on to writing the next song. I released a song called Ukrainian Phone Call. If you missed the news this week, if you missed the news, July 25, 19, there was a phone call. I released a song called Margin of Millions. Everybody knew he was lying, even those who thought it was God. I released a song called Not Me, Us, Born to Win. I'll be releasing a song called My Town, Your Town. My town is like your town, it's kind of like a lot of other towns. No one's hanging around downtown anymore. In May, I'll release this live record called One Summer Night. Thanks for your consideration. Thank you for your support. Thank you for listening to me here and now, and I hope we get a chance to be in the same room together making music again. Thank you very much. We will get a link in the comments there, or maybe somebody else who's not playing music right now could put a link in the comments to the Kickstarter. That'd be appreciated. I cannot tell you how excited I am for the studio version of my new song called My Town, Your Town. Thomas Deacon is on the job, but not one Thomas Deacon, many Thomas Deacons are on the job in the new song. And Andy Rick on pedal steel and bass, and Aaron Harmonson on upright bass. Yes, just like Take a Walk on the Wild Side, there are 2 bass players in the studio with me. I can't tell you how it happened, I just can tell you it did happen, and I'm so excited to share that song with you. We're almost done with it. It's going to be released on the 24th of March. I'm going to play it for you right now. On this rainy morning, the clouds are talking to each other. Talking about going somewhere else. But the night. They're just hanging around. Just hanging around. You know, my town is like your town. It's a lot like a lot of other towns. No one's hanging around downtown anymore. Everyone's staying home, maybe just going to the store. My town's like your town's like all the other towns. No one's downtown hanging around. Everyone's at home and he gets feeling a little bit alone. my town to your town. It's like all the other towns. Everybody's just sitting around. Sometimes you get to feeling down. Turn on the television, the radio, trying to connect. You can pound sometimes. Just sit there scrolling, searching for some kind of sun. Searching for some kind of common sun. You know, my town's like your town's a lot like a lot of other towns. No one's hanging around downtown. That's a place we'd go when we needed to be around some people we didn't even have to talk to. Man, we could just be around town. But there is no town when you can't go downtown. Out in the park, out on the street, see a table, grab a seat. My town is like your town, it's a lot like a lot of other towns. No one's hanging around downtown, reminding each other there is in each other. Only images we're getting are through the screen, forgetting what it's like to see, to touch, or to feel. My jamboree is a lot like your jamboree, it's a lot like a lot of others' jamborees. So strange not to have someone hug you, hug me. Yeah, my jamboree is a lot like your jamboree, it's better than no jamboree. So we're all kinda here, you see, living this life at the tin can jamboree. Empty park, empty street, empty table, empty seat. My town is like your town, it's a lot like a lot of other towns. No one's hanging around downtown. Everyone's staying home, you get to feel a little bit alone. From my town to your town, across the ocean, the up and down, Antarctic and Arctic. Depends where you stand and which way is up and which is down. Australia, Vietnam. Your town's like my town, all the other towns. No one's hanging downtown, forgetting what it's like to be around. Don't want to forget what it's like to be around. Want to feel how it feels to be around. Don't want to forget what it's like to be around. Want to feel how it feels to be around. Used to meet people out on the street, off to the bar, some pal to meet. The ringleader, the squirrely neater, we all need some sort of acceptance to feel like we caught the bus. To feel like we're us, some people, you know, give exceptional acceptance a wonderful circumstance if you got the chance. But average acceptance is generally fine. How often can you open up your heart? You're gonna end up crying, just the acceptance of you there, me here, eating a sandwich, drinking a beer. Handsome man with a mustache, bank teller with a private stash. Don't want to forget what it's like to be raw. My town's like your town's like a lot of other towns. Want to feel how it feels to be raw. Everyone's just sitting at home. Don't want to forget what it's like to be raw. My town's like all the other towns, north and south. Want to feel how it feels to be raw. Sort of what it's like to be around. Don't want to stay at home, get to feeling alone. Want to feel how it feels to be around. Don't want to forget what it's like to be around. Everyone's just staying home, get to feeling alone. Want to feel how it feels to be around. Maybe just go to the store. From my town to your town, across the ocean. Want to feel how it feels to be around. Want to feel how it feels to be around. I want to feel what it's like to be around. Want to feel how it feels to be Thank you to Caleb and Reed for dropping by the kitchen table. Always nice to have someone drop by unexpected and come over and have a jar of this, that, or the other thing at the kitchen table and sing a song. St. Patrick's Day on the way. Learned this one from the great Christy Moore. who's recently released a record that features a Jim Page song, which is so cool. I was listening to Chrissy record, I was like, hold the phone, hold the phone. That's Jim's amazing song called Counting Down to Zero, sung by the bard from Southern Ireland, Christy Moore. I'm not sure who wrote this song. I learned it from Christy Moore, but I don't believe he wrote it. Well, we could put that in the comments. So many things to talk about in the comments tonight. This is a nice one, and also another Irish song, but it really takes place in the Isle of Man. So how about that? But it is told from the perspective of people from Ireland having a few drinks, deciding to go to the Isle of Man, having a few drinks while they're at the Isle of Man, to the point where they get encouraged by the authorities to go back to Ireland. I'll do this song, and then the great Mary Kaye will be joining us from wherever she is in the USA. Now the rare old stock spent the evening getting locked down to the Ace of Hearts where the high stools were engaged. Over the bridge down to the dock, the boat she sails at 5 o'clock. Hurry up lads now, says Whack, before we're there we'll all be back. Carry him if you can. The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Before we reached Alexander Basin, the ding-dong we were surely raising. In the bar of the ship we had great sport until the ship pulled out from port. When we reached the Douglas Head, inquired for the vacant bed. The dining room we were showed by a grand landlady up the road, saying, "Beat lads if you can." Well, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. For a ramble around, saw the sights of Douglas town. Then we went for a mighty session in a pub they called it Garvey's. Must have been drunk at 3:30 to sober up. We went swimming in the sea, back to the digs to spruce up. Don't you know she had a fry on? We all drew up our plans. The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Tonight we went to the Texas bar, came back to town in the horse and car. Met Big Jim and we all went in to drink some wine in Yates's. The Liverpool Judies, it was said, used to go drinking in the Douglas Head. McShane was there in his suit and shirt. Liverpool girls he was trying to flirt, saying, "Here girls, I'm your man." The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Fancied his good looks on an Isle of Man woman he was struck. She had a Liverpool lad by her side who was throwing the drink into her. Whacker thought he'd take a chance. He asked your woman out to dance. On the floor they stepped it up, and oh, Whack, it was no bother. Everything was going to plan. The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. The Isle of Man woman, she fancied Whack. Your man, he waited till his mates came back. Whack, they all whacked into Whack. Poor Whack got whacked out on his back. The police arrived as well. We banjoed a couple of them all tell. Ended up in the Douglas jail until the Dublin boat had sailed and boarded every man. The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. The crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. I generally find there are two types of listeners. There are the listeners who have really enjoyed the song and have no idea what has happened in the story by the end of it. And then there's the small percentage who have actually been able to follow along. The story has a curveball in there that one of the principal characters' name is Whack or Whacker. And that makes it difficult to know exactly what's happening. So at this point, for those listeners, I like to rewind and just give people a second shot at figuring out what the heck happens to these fellas. They went into the bar of the ship and started drinking before the ship even left the port. Then they drank on the way to the Isle of Man. Then when getting there, they had a few jars. Then they went for a swim to sober up, which works every time. Then they had something to eat. That definitely works. And then they went drinking again. Now they are at the dance club. So there we are, just bringing you back into the situation at hand. Whacker fancied his good looks on an Isle of Man woman. He was struck. She had a Liverpool lad by her side who was throwing the drink into her. Whacker thought he'd take a chance. He asked your woman out to dance. On the floor they stepped it up, and oh, whack, it was no bother. Everything was going to plan. Crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. Well, the Isle of Man woman, she fancied Whack. Your man, he waited till his mates came back. Whack, they all whacked into Whack. Poor Whack got whacked out on his back. The police arrived as well. We banjoed a couple of them all tell. Ended up in the Douglas jail until the Dublin boat did sail. Deported every man. Oh, the crack was 90 in the Isle of Man. One more time. We're having a good time here at the kitchen table. Hope you're having a good time too, but I gotta let you know things are gonna get so much better. Welcome everybody. Give a kitchen table welcome to my friend and your new friend. That's Kaye. How are you?
You know what? I'm doing great.
I'm not
How
hearing
are you
the
doing?
audio in my ear yet, and I'm not sure why, but I'm
What
hoping that this audio
about
will be
now?
How about now?
coming at us. Oh, good. Yeah. Maybe the audience can hear it. It's just me, or maybe I gotta plug in. That's really special. That was completely an operator error. That was not an operator error. That was a host error. You were there. You were there. I could see you. You're here now. You're following a spiritual path. You're having a beer here now. I love that. Great
It's
to
Sunday,
see.
baby.
It's Sunday. Sunday all day. Mary
It will be
Kay, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so happy to be here with you. Even though we live so far away, we're so close right now.
Isn't it amazing? We really are in real time.
What a gift.
In the early days of the show, we just sort of sent smoke signals. I would go and then the guest would go. We couldn't actually go back and forth and chat, but here we are. And where are you?
I am in Alhambra, California, which is just east of Pasadena.
Okay. And what's the temperature?
I don't want to say.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine.
I have a lot of New York friends that don't want to know. What
You're
my
looking
temperature
at a couple of men in a cold garage. We're in an open air, COVID safe garage situation, and we're cold. We've been cold. This is actually the warmest it's been since October.
You look super warm though. You're not giving off cold at all. Your energy is super warm.
Warm vibes. Good. Yeah. Cold climate, warm vibes.
Hot.
That's what we say.
Yeah.
And what's going on? You had to slow down, but you're going to get back on the road. It's happening. The world gets to see Mary Kay again.
Yeah, I'm actually, I just released my EP, my first EP ever on the 22nd of February.
Okay.
Had a beautiful EP release show at the Grand Annex on the 26th. And I am returning to New York City for a 2-week visit, playing lots of nice shows, including Sunny's Bar on the 31st.
Great.
So yeah, the movement is happening.
If anybody is within spitting, driving, or flying distance, get yourself to Mary Kay's show in New York City. You'll be happy you did, and you're going to sing for us today.
I'm going to sing for you today.
It'd be cool if you're all of a sudden, no, I think I'll juggle.
I think I will just do a little tap number, a soft shoe, if you will.
Yeah, sure. We will.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's for the best. I'd lose some fans, I think.
Yeah.
Well, this is Tim McNally on the guitar.
Tim.
It's my sweetheart. And the first tune we're gonna do is a Mississippi John Hurt tune, and it's called Ain't No Tellin'. Don't you let me catch you with my good man here. No, don't you let me catch you with my good man here. I may shoot you, I may cut you, I may stab you too. Ain't no telling just what I might do. I'm of the country with the cold, the sleet, and the snow. Yes, I'm of the country, babe, with the cold, the sleet, and the snow. Oh, I'm of the country with the cold and the sleet and the snow. Ain't no telling how much further I may go. Well, I've been eating my breakfast here, my dinner in Tennessee. Oh, I've been eating my breakfast here, my dinner in Tennessee. My breakfast here, my dinner in Tennessee. I told you I was coming up, babe, won't you look for me? The way I've been sleeping, babe, my back and my shoulders, they tired. The way I've been sleeping, babe, my back and my shoulders, they tired. Oh, the way I've been sleeping, my back and my shoulders, yes, they tired. I'm gonna turn over, try it on this side. No, 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 don't you let me catch you with my good man here. No, 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 don't you let me catch you. Let me catch you with my good man here. Well, now yes, I may shoot you, I may cut you, I'm gonna stab you too. Ain't no telling just what I might do. I will cut you right up. I will cut you up. Well, yeah. So.
Yeah, that feels good.
That felt great.
Dinner in Tennessee?
It is in Tennessee.
Yeah. Where's breakfast?
My
Here.
breakfast is here, obviously here. Be here now is, I think, what they say.
Yeah. I heard that lyric for so long, and I thought it was a metaphor or something. Then it finally hit me. No, it's someone who's traveling. I don't know why it took me so long to hit it. I love it. You know, and if I ever have dinner in Tennessee, I'm actually going to be pretty happy about it, you know. Especially if I had, breakfast somewhere else previous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It means you're a traveling man.
You know,
Yeah,
you really taken advantage of that when we were in Bristol because it would be easy to have your breakfast.
It would be easy to have your breakfast in Virginia and then just take one step and then be in Tennessee for dinner.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
Oh, it doesn't count.
Okay. Well, should we do another song?
Yeah, keep it rolling.
Keep rolling. This next tune is a song that's on my new EP. It's called In Love Again, and it's a Lonnie Johnson tune. Love is only a game When you lose in life, it's no one but yourself to blame. Maybe you're alone and blue. Someone is searching for you. Love is just funny that way. Still I'm in love again. Can't you realize it's still you again? That's why my love for you must never end. I'll never make you blue as long as I'm in love with you. Deep down in my heart and soul, I'm so in love again. Can't you realize it's still you again? I'll be by you like an old-fashioned friend. I will love you from the start until the end. Please don't ever make me sigh. Honest, I would never make you cry. Why should I take your heart and soul and your love just for the pleasure, then cast it away? When I need you night and day, I'm so in love again. Can't you realize it's still you again? That's why my love for you must never end. I'll never make you blue as long as I have you. Please don't ever make me sigh. Honest, 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 I would never make you cry. Why should I take your heart and soul and your love just for the pleasure, cast it away? When I need you night and day, I'm so in love again. Can't you realize it's still you again? That's why my love for you must never end. I'll never make you blue as long as I'm in love with you. That's from my heart and in my soul. This is the New York Blues. It's a Victoria Spivey tune. I think it's Spivey, actually. Forgive me. My poor heart is aching, feels just like it's breaking. I'm left in this town alone. Make me feel like leaving here. Wish I had my railroad fare. Lord, if I could get back home. Look at that smoke. Hear the whistle blow. Look at that smoke. Hear the whistle blow. I've been left in this big old city. I ain't got no place to go. Big old New York, Lord, nobody knows. Big old New York, Lord, nobody knows. That silly man gone and left me. I ain't got no place to go. He took all my money, left me standing on the railroad cross. Took all my money, left me standing on the railroad cross. How can I get back home without one lousy dime? That's a scary New York blues.
Red Hot Blues.
Sheesh.
Sounded
Yikes.
good. And
Need a drink after that
this
one.
McNally over here, he's a little bit of what I'd call a secret weapon. You know?
Why keep him around, honestly?
It's secret.
Well, I mean, we see a sitar in the background. We don't know what's going to happen next, you know?
Anything could happen.
Yeah. So this is a part of the show where we have a segment called Two Beats with the Drummer.
I guess that's my intro.
That's your intro.
Hi.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know very little about your music, Mara. I also know very little about gigging in New York City. You're headed there next week?
I'm headed there. Is that next week? I fly in the 25th, and I'm there until April 11th.
And you're gonna play one gig, just at Sunday?
I'm playing almost. I would say the majority of the nights I'm in town, I'm playing gigs. Yeah, the majority. And I did say majority because I'm a foreigner in California, but that's how they talk in New York City, where I'm from. Aren't you glad I'm just who I am?
Yes. Absolutely.
Aren't you glad?
And is Sunny's where you guys met? Where you and Robert met?
Sunny's is where we met. Sunny's is one of my favorite places in all of the world. Definitely my most special place to sing. I actually have this tattoo on my arm for Sunny, the Sunny of Sunny's Bar. May he rest. Very special spirit around us all the time. But yeah, it's been my favorite place to sing for a very long time. And then I was very lucky and honored to bartend there for many years. And I just so happened Robert was coming into town and his band was playing. They were playing in the front room and it was right in front of right in front of my face. And, we had a great time. He sounded great. He was like, "You want to sing?" I said, "I'm not prepared. I'll do it." And I did it. So, and then we taught. We were both teaching artists in Port Townsend, Washington, at the VoiceWorks program at Centrum, which was wonderful.
Cool. Is that something that you've done a bunch of, like teaching vocal stuff?
It's something I enjoy doing very much and have been lucky to have the opportunity to teach in environments like that. Yes.
That sounds incredible. Robert told me a couple stories. It sounds like a really cool situation.
It is a life-changing, very rewarding experience. And then you get to connect with cool people like Rabbit. That's you.
Well, can you
That's actually Tim and I met there too. We met at the Blues Week, at the Acoustic Blues Week in 2018. That's how we met and fell in love.
Wow.
In that order.
If he's lucky. If he's lucky.
Drink to that.
Yeah, I guess we'll drink. Hey, cheers to you.
So,
cheers, everybody.
It sounds like you've got a record that you're just about to release. You're gonna go tour that while you're on the. Is this the tour for the EP?
This is the record is out. It's available everywhere. It came out on the 22nd. I will most likely be playing a lot of the songs that are on this very sweet 6-song EP with Big Tone Records and Carl Sonny Leland. They won't be there with me, so I'll just be singing my greatest hits all over town, if you know what I mean.
Sounds great.
And then, whatever it's going to be, it's going to be. I will be at Sunny's as well. Should be a good time. See my family, eat some bagels and pizza. We don't have that here. We don't have that here.
As an East Coaster myself, I can say I miss the high quality sandwiches that you can source in places like New York City.
Oh, don't start with me in bodegas. Don't start. Do not. If there's something, there are 3 things I miss. A bodega, like a turkey sandwich at any hour, or like an egg and cheese on a roll. I have to somehow explain that sometimes at places here, what that is. And then also, which blows my mind.
A roll with like poppy seeds on the top or something?
It's just a roll. It's like a roll. And like, I went to a diner by my house. God bless. I love to support my local businesses. I went to a diner and I was like, "Can I please have an egg and cheese on a roll?" And they were like, "Oh, we don't have that here." And I was like, I don't understand. You have eggs and you have cheese and you have bread. Just put them together. It's okay. It's fine. I guess that's why I have to travel back, take a 5-hour flight to eat pizza. We definitely don't have that here. Bagels. There was some New York Times, some post about how the bagels are actually in California. I felt like that was a violent threat. Why would be, this is the time for extra love, there's real war going on. Let's really, don't start with me on this.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to, love everyone. You say things like that and I get very upset. But that's okay. It's okay.
Well,
What's going on?
I'm glad you're going to get a chance to go back and get
too.
your fix of bodegas and bagels.
Oh my God. Bagels and bodegas.
That's it.
I shouldn't, this is. What do you have to say?
No, that's it. You're the guest. I'm just trying to get you to say things, and you're doing great.
Am I doing great? Okay.
You're doing great.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to do
Thank God.
next. Because looks like I need to plug in our monitor that has our Zoom meeting on it that you are coming to us from. Robert is going to do a song.
Okay.
And then we're going to turn it back over to you for a couple more.
Okay.
How's that sound?
Okay, great. I'll be right here.
Awesome. We'll be right here.
Hey, I love you guys. You're doing great.
Love is flowing right through the ones and the zeros and the cables and the screens, from our kitchen table to your kitchen table, to my hands that are going to tell me to play something, and I don't know what it is because there it is. Do we still have Mara on the line?
Oh, yeah.
Mara, do you have David Bromberg's? Are you familiar with David Bromberg's catalog?
I don't know that I am, but I would
Yeah.
like to be.
I think it's his second record. Opens up with this song here called "Last Song
Beautiful.
for Shelby Jean." Got a terrible thought in my mind. Think we've said all we've got to say. The terrible hour you've been searching for, I think you found it yesterday. Babe, you know, it's time to go. Not tomorrow, but today. Tried in the past to make this thing last, but it only hurts the longer that way. No way back from here. Birds have eaten all the crumbs. Please don't spare me your fears. We just gotta take whatever comes. This time spare me your tricks. They just make me feel sick. Do I really look at that dog? It must have hit me by now with everything you've got, and all I can feel is numb. Please don't call me anymore. You know how much I hate the phone. Don't come to my house. Think I need to be alone. Yes, I know, alright, how much I'll miss you at night. Good God, I am not made of stone. If this is really goodbye, if you want, you can cry, but I think you'd better just go on home. Last song for Shelby Jean, coming at you from the kitchen table here, going all the way to the kitchen table there, wherever your there may be. And we're so happy to have the one and only Mara Kaye singing for us here at this kitchen table. Don't have her.
Is it me?
It's you!
Yippee! I love that song.
Isn't it
that
a beautiful song?
Yeah, it also sits really so beautifully in your voice there.
Thank you very much.
Am I here? Okay. I think this next tune we should do is an original tune. It was written by myself and Tim and this wonderful lyricist and person named Alfred Howard out of San Diego. It was written during the pandemic. Does everyone know what that is? Everyone knows. Okay. God bless the live stream, because it really just, I think it came at the right time to really, it was the best and only way to connect to so many and feel connected to so many at a time where we were so really very far apart. So it was written at a very weird time. And it got some cool attention. Kelly Clarkson was like, "Oh, we'll put this song on the show." My mom was like, oh, so when is she going to put you on the show? They played the song on the show. My mother was like, when are they going to? And we sang it on the news in our bedroom, which was also super weird. But it's a great little song. And it's on my new EP. And I hope you like it. It's also on this 45 I have, this very limited edition 45. There's Dystopian Blues on one side and It Had to Be You on the other. And that's all I have to say about that. Anyway, this is Dystopian Blues. Dystopian.
I was giving you the signal to keep it rolling because I was just in the zone, and then David cut me in, so the people out there got me doing this.
You just keep going, keep talking.
You know?
Well, so I was thinking the other day, I said to him,
But if you would just sing us another one, because I'm just in the zone of listening to you, and then we'll cut back on the formalities and relax a little bit.
Okay. Let's do. I would love to do a Memphis Mini tune. One of my favorite blues singers of all time. Very strong, empowering woman. Always tells you exactly what you need to hear when you need to hear it. If you didn't even know you needed to hear it, she's gonna let you know. And she's not gonna sugarcoat it for you. She's gonna sing it real. And every bend that you love about her, every note bend that she makes is only because she's trying to tell the story better, not because she's like, oh, I think my voice sounds good here. That's the kind of singer I want to listen to. And that's why I spend so much time with her. So for those of you out there that don't know who Memphis Mini is, please go home and be home where you are and pour yourself a drink and spend some time with her because she is just the truth. Anyway, this song is called I Want Cake When I'm Hungry. I want cake when I'm hungry, lightning when I'm dry. I want cake when I'm hungry, lightning when I'm dry. Some good man to love me, heaven when I die. Don't nobody want you when you're stumbling all alone. Don't nobody want you when you're stumbling all alone. You can find almost anything that'll wreck your happy home. I woke up this morning, gone from door to door. I woke up this morning, gone from door to door. I just been looking for the man that I adore. Call me, baby. Call me right round 3. Oh, call me, baby. Call me right round 3. I got the chills, I got the fevers, and I can't help but try to be me. How do you expect for your woman to do right when you don't act right yourself? How's any man expect for his woman to do right when he don't act right himself? I know now, I'm doing fine all by myself. That was a nice one.
Woo! That's Mary Kaye all the way from sunny Southern California, coming to us live to the ones and the zeros, the cables and the screens, from your kitchen table to her kitchen table to kitchen tables north, south, east, and west. And now we are at the part of the show where the formal presentation has come to the end. Whew. And you just cut loose a little bit, because as it is when you're on the road, you don't stay necessarily, in my case, very rarely, in a tall building that has small rooms with doors that lock behind you when you enter them. No. You're staying at someone's house, and it's such a wonderful thing to sleep once again on a soggy sofa. And before you do, you sit around the kitchen table and you have a few jars of this, that, or perhaps the other thing, and a few more songs, a few more stories. That's the point we're at now. The formal presentation is over. We don't know what we're going to play. We might get inspired by what we heard, or we might not. We might just let the hands play a chord on the guitar and see what happens, you know?
What could possibly go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Stay inspired.
I think it's the famous last words. What could possibly go wrong?
Sometimes I'm bold, you know, and I have a guest who is you know, works in a genre, and I think I'll do one in that genre, you know. I'm not going to do that tonight. Not going to do that tonight. You know? I think I'll stay away from any blues. I did that with Steve James. Had Steve James on the show, and I thought, that's it. I'm doing a country blues tonight, and this will show just how good Steve James is at playing country blues. And you know what? It worked. It really worked. It really did. Really articulated what it looks like when someone plays country blues who does not know how to play country blues. Let's stay in the St. Patrick's Day zone here in the key of A, maybe, you know. I love this one. Was down by an Liffey. I mean, this is about as far away from the blues as a person could possibly be. In fact, I think it's a polka, you know? Yeah, that's where I want to be right now. Let Mary Kaye handle the blues, you know? Was down by an Liffey, my love and I did stray. Was in the good old soggy mud, where seagulls sport and play. We caught a whiff of ray and chips, and Mary softly sighed, "Oh John, won't you come for 1 and 1 down by the Liffey side?" Oh, up along on George's Street, the loving pair did view, and Mary swanked it like a queen in her skirt of navy blue. Her hat, it was newly trimmed, her hair was softly dyed. Oh, you couldn't beat her amber locks down by the Liffey side. On the old melodeon, so sweetly she did play. She played Goodbye and Do Not Cry, and Down by Texas Way. And when she turned Sinn Feiner, I nearly burst with pride. Oh, to hear her sing the soldier's song down by the Liffey side. Oh, Sunday morning early, to Meath Street we will go, to see old Father Murphy there and make our wedding vow. He'll join our hands in wedding bands, then we'll go outside for a whole afternoon of honeymoon down by the Liffey side. For a whole afternoon of honeymoon down by the Liffey side. And it occurred to me while I was playing that song that Mary Kaye may be familiar. Can you put yourself in a New York frame of mind, and it's either Avenue A or B in Houston, there was a pub called 1 and 1. Can you see it?
I can see that one, yeah.
I think it was just closing when I was last in New York. But I think that song, John, Won't You Come for 1 and 1, which is a phrase I don't use, but I think it's a beautiful way for describing a coupledness. And that was the pub there in New York. I don't know if it's still going. We'll look for answers in the comments in that. Has anybody ever had a beer at 1 and 1? Avenue A or B in Houston. As not only viewers, but has anyone ever? We have a restaurant in Bellingham.
I think I did, but I certainly don't remember because
Okay,
I think
perfect.
when you're doing the thing that you're supposed to do there, I think you're supposed to leave and not make me remember.
Yeah, that's wonderful. That's absolutely wonderful. Well, we're gonna get to stumping the band before too long, but we're not there yet. But I just want to just plant the seed for the world that we will be stumped at some point tonight, but not anymore because
I feel like I've already been stumped.
I'm already stumped.
You can stump yourself. That's absolutely.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
I'm living. Okay, all right. You might be right. Okay, all right.
What do you got for us?
Well, I think I might want to turn to one of my other heroes, and her name is Billie Holiday. And this is a beautiful tune that she did a lot with Teddy Wilson's orchestra, and while she was working with him on the piano and Lester Young on the saxophone. And this is a very light and bright and younger Billie. And the song is called I Wished on the Moon. I wished on the moon for something I never knew. Wished on the moon for more than I ever knew. A sweet rose, softer sky, on April day that would not dance away. I begged on a star to throw me a beam or two. Yes, I wished I begged on a star and asked for a dream or two. I looked for every loveliness. They all came true. I wished on the moon for you. I wished on the moon for something I never knew. Yes, I wished on the moon for more than I ever knew. sweet rose, softer sky. On April day, that would not dance away. I begged on a star to throw me a beam or two. Yes, I wished, I begged on a star to throw me a beam or two. I looked for every loveliness. They all came true. I wished on the moon for you.
Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I believe it. Yeah, sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Choice is long mulled over, questioned. Brought us to these mornings. Was no map, but we found the roadsides. Internal, nocturnal. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sunset so early some nights. I used to view it as an invitation. Now I'm resigned. It's just an early cancellation. It's not that I won't make it through. Plenty I want to do. I'll push through it and I'll be flying. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. But I don't even know who lives here. I don't know who bought this last 6-pack of beer. I don't know who drank it. I don't know who's drinking it now. There's a beautiful field in a land that is fair. Happy land, it's you. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I kind of like this voice at the other end of the line, helping me out from a call center. It's like they've become a friend of mine. Puts me in a good mood, then it's over too soon, and I feel like they're feeling it too. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I really feel it. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I believe it. Sometimes I believe it. I could not bring myself to talk after that last number of years. It was just in the zone. Whew! I'm enjoying this session at the kitchen table with yourselves. We were talking before the show, and it turns out that Mary Kay has a jar collection. I'm often talking about wanting to go to the bar and have a few jars, and it turns out she has a jar collection, and I can't wait to actually be at your kitchen table and share a jar of this, that, or the other
Oh
thing.
my God. I shouldn't have said anything about this.
The words out about the jar.
Words-
So here's the situation.
out.
It's almost time to stump the band. One more song from yourselves, then we have a caller on the line who is going to give us 3 requests. That's the way it works. There'll be 3 requests. We get them all up top, then we look at each other, we give hand signals, smoke signals, or even use the spoken language to say who's going to take on the request. Yeah, that's happening.
Is that's like an international
I'll just
symbol?
let you know. I mean, this is show 75. I'd say we've been stumped 3 times.
Wow.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's really good.
Think that's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah. So, but we're not there yet. Let's not get too excited about
You're
Stump the Band.
incredible.
And we actually have in the podcast version of the show, Kristen Andreasen sings "Stump the Band" right before this happens. So we just have to imagine that. You know, that's what's happening before we get.
What does it sound like?
It sounds very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was a good question and a great answer.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. Well, we're in show business, all 4 of us here, and all the people behind us that make this run. So we're happy to be here right now, bringing the people this musical show, and we're going to get another blast from Mary Kay.
This next song is a Sister Rosetta Tharpe tune. Sister Rosetta Tharpe is the godmother of rock and roll. Sister Rosetta Tharpe is the kind of singer that when you listen to her, you can hear her smiling. Even if you're not watching her, you can hear her joy. I love Sister Rosetta Tharpe. She is the truth. I mean, all these beautiful, beautiful women are unbelievable to me. And this song is called Strange Things Happen Every Day. Can you believe that? Does that sound regular to you? I think yes, it does. This is a sing-along song. And it's a song that went over really well when I was doing my live streams over the thing that we all went through. And you can say every day, and you can type it, and I will hear you singing. So sing along. This is a sing-along song. So get your typing ready. All right.
Oh, we hear church people say they are in this holy way. There are strange things happening every day. On the last man judgment day, when they drive him on the way, there are strange things happening every day. Oh, every day. Every day. Yes. Oh, every day. Every day. Oh, there are strange things happening every day. Every day. Oh, every day. Every day. Oh, every day. There are strange things happening every day. If you want to view the climb, you must learn to quit your eye. There are strange things happening every day. If you hew right from the line, you can live right all the time. There are strange things happening every day. Well, every day. Every day. Oh, I don't think you should be muted right now. Every day. Oh, there are strange things happening every day. Every day. Oh, every day. Every day. Oh, every day. There are strange things happening every day. Okay, go ahead. Sing it now.
I mean, am I right? This is the weirdest. This has just been the weirdest time of our lives. But God bless, music keeps me going.
I know that song, and I don't know if I know it from Sister Rosetta or would I know it from somebody else.
I think Sister Rosetta.
Okay.
Probably.
How can you forget a title like that? You hear that song once and it lives with you. It's just inside your body. It's like, yep.
It's just that literally you cannot get rid of it. Yeah. It's supposed to be there with you now.
For me, somebody will say something like, strange things happen. And I'm, in my mind, hopefully I keep it on the inside. I'll say strange things happen every day.
Every day.
Yeah. Here we are. It is time. It has come to it. We've been talking about it. We've been getting ready for it. Some of us are scared about it, but I'm not scared about it. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm sweating.
She's sweating, but that's only because she's in Los Angeles and she flew in with a couple of keys, and everything is groovy today in its own peculiar way. We have our dear friend. He is actually a member of the band, and he was with us at our very first live stream. When was that? That was the 14th of March, 2020. We had a gig, it got canceled, we did a live stream, and we didn't stop. Other people came to their senses and stopped and went back to their life. We bought more equipment, and this is our 75th show, and we're still keeping it COVID cautious, so we don't have Jan with us very often in the room, but that's going to change coming into the future, and I really hope he's on the line. My brother, Jan Peters, are you there? I'd say that's
every day.
That's in the affirmative.
I'd say he's present. Yeah.
Yeah, he's with us. Are we gonna have fun with Mary Kaye at the Jamboree or what?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have to. I'm enjoying it very much. I am recovering from a blues gig myself. Last night we played, Hambone Wilson and I played for a Canadian bachelorette party.
Wow.
In a cabin way out in Glacier.
If you don't say so yourself.
I mean,
it was pretty wild. It was a good time. Anyway, I have some requests. I have some ideas here, and I wasn't going to even toss you one, Robert, but I decided to have mercy and toss one that you
toss them to both of us. Let's be clear. You toss them to both of us. You know, whoever can catch it.
But what I understand. But what I mean is, like, I have all these blues ones that I'm thinking of here.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah. I may know a few blues that you don't know. I mean, you know my rep pretty well, especially in that department, as we've been playing together for 25 years. But, you know, strange things happen every day.
Okay. How about Your Mind is on Vacation by Mose Allison?
But your mouth is working overtime. Okay, great. That's a request. We're going to look for your second request now.
Oh, you want the second one right now?
Yeah, we take all three at the top. All three at the top, and then we send the research librarians to the back of our brains.
Okay,
things get stewed up.
How about Fred McDowell's You Got to Move?
Oh, very good. That would be Mississippi Fred McDowell, if I'm not mistaken.
That's right. That's Mississippi. And then I was thinking about Stephen Stills' Stop Children. What's that sound?
Wow.
Oh, I think Tim's got that one down.
Wow, Jan Peters, those are some great requests.
These are great requests.
David and I are feeling pretty rehearsed for our St. Patrick's Day gig, being that we've done 2 songs of a St. Patrick's Day repertoire. And,
I noticed.
Yeah, we're feeling it. I'd say we're good. So we will see you tomorrow at our outdoor rehearsal. And so we're getting a lot done at Kitchen Table. This isn't just, this is more than just entertainment. We're getting some practical things covered. Jan, thanks. So anything else you'd like to say to Mary Kaye before you go away?
Every day. Every day.
All right.
Now that's right.
Thanks for calling
I look forward to meeting. I'm very excited to meet you and jam with you sometime. And really, thanks for showing us. Thanks for being here. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Jan, for calling in with those requests. Let's see. We had Mississippi Fred McDowell was requested, and we had, what was the first one, Mara?
It was a Mose Allison
Mose
song,
Allison, your brain's on vacation, but
but
your
your
mouth
brain's
is
on
working
vacation,
overtime.
right?
And the third one was Stop, Collaborate, and Listen. ICE is back with a brand new mission. No,
Oh,
it
wow.
was a total different. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. Now, is ICE back with a brand new mission, or is he back with a brand new edition?
My bro.
Yeah.
You're blowing me away right now.
Yeah, I can't. But we actually got into some Run DMC the other day, and I was into Run DMC as a youth, and I like that tune. It's funny. No, or is it? It's not funny. It's not funny when you come.
It's not meant to be funny. I'll tell you that. It's not meant to be.
The song is called "It's Not Funny." And
it's not funny.
Yeah, it's not funny when you come to work late. You have the keys to the office, and the employees await. Okay, so we're moving on from that. I've sidetracked us. What of those three are you gonna? Well, I'd like to talk about Mississippi Fred McDowell because I had his record. I Do Not Play No Rock and Roll, and that was a part of my education in my teenage years. And it has that great intro. My name is Fred McDowell. They call me Mississippi Fred McDowell. Well, my home is in Grover, Tennessee, but they call me Mississippi Fred. Now, the thing about it is, I play the slide guitar. Now, my first slide, I carved it out of a meat bone. And it's just like, I love Mississippi Fred. And then he plays Good Morning Little Schoolgirl. And I realized at that point, I'm not going to attempt to play the blues. I was like, yeah, maybe I'll play some blues in my life. And then I listened to Mississippi Fred McDowell and I said, I don't think so. I think I'll do some Irish polkas, and and I'll learn others. Really, I'm going to focus on the words because there's a feeling that comes from Mississippi Fred McDowell that, while not inaccessible to others, felt inaccessible to me. So I'm a great appreciator of those who are able to play Mississippi Fred McDowell, like my friend Mary Kaye.
Well, it just so happens I do happen to love this song.
Stop, Collaborate, and Listen?
Well, don't get me started on well, I wouldn't call that hip hop. But ICE is back with the brand new edition. I just, you know what? My attention is like, I have to stay focused.
Yeah.
I do love You've Got to Move. Actually, I have this jug band record that is unreleased, and that is the song that will be on it. And I sing a duet with Clinton Ross Davis, who's a wonderful time musician. If you don't know about him, you should absolutely check him out too. He's very special. But I'm happy to do this one if that's okay with you. Okay, great. Let's do it. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move, child. You got to move. When the Lord gets ready, you got to move. You may be high, you may be low, you may be rich, child, you may be poor. When the Lord gets ready, you got to move.
You see that woman that walks the street. See that policeman out on his beat. When the Lord gets ready, you got to move. You got to move. You got to move. You got to move, child. You got to move. When the Lord gets ready, you got to move.
Woo! Wow. Wow.
Move it.
Wow. There's another one that lives inside of me. Did a lot of different people record that song, or how do I know that song?
I think a lot of people have done that song. I'm sure the Rolling Stones have
I
covered
guess
it.
the Rolling Stones would be.
But
I've
I think that's a lot more along the mainstream situation about that. But
Whoa.
where did you go?
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. Beautiful work.
Well, I like whatever you're doing there. That noodling's nice for me.
He loves noodles.
I do love noodles. Penne, ziti, fusilli, spaghetti, angel hair, guitar.
Well, the show is
horns,
the
any
show
kind
is
of
winding
noodling
down.
is
I mean, they're getting a little wound up over there, but the show is winding down. Our opportunity to remind you, please make your way over to the digital tip jar and send us some digital money so I can send some digital money down to this combo right here, because Mara was going to come on all by herself, but she said, if there's going to be some real money in there, then I can hire Tim. I know he lives here, but he doesn't come on just because, So
I would be lost without him.
I mean, we don't.
Lost.
Yeah. Tim, what the heck is going on? You can do everything, and we love you.
And yet I do this.
What can we know about you? How can we find out more about this?
Terribly unfunny.
McNally, are you a derivative of Rand?
Unrelated as
Okay,
far as I
unrelated. Okay, and
but I have a similar love of maps.
Yeah,
He's a good Irish boy.
a good Irish boy.
He's a good Irish boy.
Timothy Joseph McNally.
Turn right into the car park.
It's a car park.
The car park.
I love these two. I want to be your friends. Let's hang out more often.
You're already my friend. We're
I
friends,
just want more friendship. I want more friendship. Come on up, come visit. We'll come around and we'll see you here or there. This is Robert Sarazin Blake from the kitchen table with the one and only Kaye. We're signing out. Now I have to tell you something here. I think it was our first. So what happened is we had, like everybody else, a gig got canceled on Saturday, March 14th. So we did a live stream, breathing all over each other, but not sharing the chips and guacamole. I think we had separate bowls of chips from which to work from, We were taking precautions. And then, of course, we live streamed on St. Patrick's Day, and that was hilarious because we were planning. David got there and got set up and realized my internet was insufficient for live streaming, so we were pulling it from the neighbor, but the neighbor was on a long telephone call, so we're waiting for the neighbor to get off the phone so we can get the stream from him. And then we did a 4-hour live stream and completely showed the world what happens when you booze for 4 hours on a gig. And the world saw it, and we got comments like, you guys should stop, from very close people who we trust, and they were right. I mean, we look back on the footage, and it was, you guys should stop. That was these were from. That's what our fans said. Everybody else had already stopped, and then and then we couldn't be stopped, so we started from the kitchen table.
Unstoppable.
A few days later, and we have not stopped. We've taken some pauses, and so everybody, we're signing out. We are
75
signing out.
days. 75
We're to come back
shows. That's crazy.
in May, and we'll be doing outdoor concerts in the backyards of Bellingham. So if you have a backyard and friends you can invite over, we're coming to your backyard. We played Everett last year. We did West Seattle. We could go further afield, but the pandemic has taught us that our circles don't have to be so huge. We can tighten up the circles a little bit and still have a good time. So we're looking forward to playing to some real people. We're looking forward to warmer weather. We're going to have all kinds of guests. We may even get Mary Kaye back on the show. Well, you know, strange things happen every day, you know. What am I trying to say? If you have your backyard, if you have your backyard, if you're back in your yard, and you want us there too, give us a shout. Send us some digital tips. Buy Mara's new record. And for God's sakes, enjoy yourself. Fly to New York City and go check out the show. She's playing 2 weeks of gigs in the Big Apple. Go take a bite for yourself. At our very first show, we decided we would close with this song, and we close with it every show. And we thought for fun, we would actually play the tape from our very first show and go back in time, go back 2 years to the first time we played this. So here we go. Thanks everybody for being with us. That's David Penderlofgren on my right. That's Mara Kaye coming from LA. Connor is our man who takes care of the video editing, and that's Jeremy Meehan, another good Irish boy from New Hampshire who does the podcast. And I'm telling you people, actually, the podcast is out. For the very first time I can say that. You can find the podcast on podcast streaming services. And thank you. Good night. We'll see you in May. We've got people we've lost in my town. I believe it's 3 people we've lost in my town of Bellingham, Washington. We're going to be losing some people here. People are losing their jobs. There's uncertainty. Hang in there. Let's have some fun while we're at it. Let's have some humor. Let's have some hope. There's lots to be grateful for. I'm grateful that you tuned in. We're going to do this every weekend. I'm going to leave you with a song from my buddy. All the way from Cork City, Ireland. He plays every Monday night at Charlie's Bar. Hank Whittle, my buddy Hank. What I do is I travel around and I play concerts to small groups of people in small rooms. And one of the best parts of doing that is I meet people along the way. And I was there a couple of years ago in Charlie's Bar when he played this song. And about halfway through, maybe it was halfway through the song, maybe 3/4 of the way through, I realized the tear was down at the chin of my beard. Well, it's great to see you, because we thought you were dead. Did you come back to life? Did you get out of your bed? It's great to see you. Was that your ghost? We thought you were gone, burnt toast. It's great to see you. Whisper nothing, sing softly on your ear. Try not to cut you the moment that's here. Shadow it might be, the feeling's clear. I couldn't ask for anything more. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. So it's great to see you. Are you gonna stay right here for the long night? Are you leaving at the break of day? It's great to see you. Yeah, it's true. It's great to see you. It's great to be near you. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. Sing with me, everybody from Mullingar to Phoenix, Arizona to Los Angeles, California. Some people are over there, Blair's there, Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's all about the times we share. It's all about the times we share. We got Clay, we got Ida Henry. Got Linda Phillips. Got Mike and Ruthie. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next week. Hang in there. I'm looking forward to seeing the photos of your sock drawer, of your refrigerator, and I'm looking forward to spending a little time with the path between the seas.